Namaskaram. With the absolute blessings of Swami Desikan and our Acharyas, we have now reached Pillaiandadi's Pasuram 19. And Pasuram 19 and Pasuram 20 are called as the Satrumurai Pasuram. Satrumurai means these Pasurams are sung at the end of a Tiruvaradhanam, and these are sung at a very high syllabled voice, and these are very, very special. So we have reached towards the end of Pillaiandadi, and these two Pasuram 19 and Pasuram 20 are extremely special, and we will enjoy this with a lot more detailed understanding of what do the words mean, but more so, why do we do this? What is the purpose of especially the Pasuram 19? What is the purpose why Kumara Varadacharya would have put together these Pasurams? We'll quickly look at the Pasurams, but just after that, before we go into the word by word meaning, we will understand a few concepts that's important for us to appreciate before we go into the word by word meaning. So let's look at the Pasuram. தொண்டர் உகக்கும் துணையடிவாழி நின்தூமுறுவல் கொண்ட முகம் வாழி வாழி வியாக்கியா முத்திரை கை வண் திருநாமமும் வாழி மணிவட முப்புரி நூல் கொண்ட சீர்தூப்புல் குலமணியே வாழி நின் வடிவே. So this is a Pasuram that is filled with benedictions, singing Pallandu for Swami Desikan. Now, before we go into the word by word meaning, let's look at two important concepts. One is, why do we have to sing benedictions for the Lord? Why do we have to sing Pallandu for the Lord? And secondly, what is the purpose of us in this particular Pasuram? Kumara Varadacharya actually lists down each part of Swami Desikan's Tirumeni and what is the purpose, why he has listed down all of this for us. So we'll go through these two concepts and then we will understand the word by word meaning. So first, let's start off with the question asking, why do we have to sing benedictions for the Lord, right? Now, let's start with a more basic concept over here. In our Sanatana Dharma, it is so beautiful that it doesn't put us into a box and say that this is how you have to develop a relationship with the Lord. We have Navavida Bhakti as shown by Prahlada Alvan. We have Shravanam, which is listening to his stories. Kirtanam, where we sing his namas, we sing his beauty of his cheshtitas. We have Vishnu Smaranam, we can sit down and meditate on Vishnu. We have Pada Sevanam, where we do service at his feet. We have Archanam, where we can say his namas and take flowers and offer it at his feet. Vandanam, we can simply lift our hand in Anjali Mudra and pray to him. Dasyam, like us, where we have done Sharanagati and we are Dasa Dasoham of the Lord. And we have Sakyam, like Mirabai, where, or like Sudama, where they were friends to the Lord. They absolutely treasured their friendship with the Lord. And Atma Nivedanam, which is again Sharanagati, where we completely surrender this Atma back to him, which is his, which is part of his sovereign belonging. And we realize that in this birth and we submit it back to him. And that is Atma Nivedanam. So we have 9 different types of bhakti that we can practice. And it doesn't stop with that. Our relationship with the Lord is also something that's very special between me as a Jivatma and him as a Paramatma. Andal saw him as her husband. Sudama, Sugriva saw him as a friend. Yashoda had the highest level of Vatsalya Bhavam, right? She had motherly instincts with him. When this devotion, each of this devotion that we're talking about, gets to the next level, we forget one very important aspect. We forget that he is Sarvaseshi, he is Sarva Rakshakan, he is our protector and we are to be protected. He is Sarvaseshi, he is the controller, the master of all, and we are subservient to him. We forget this aspect in this highest level of devotion, and we think that we have to protect him. We are responsible for his protection. And there are so many examples that we can see where this kind of situations have taken place. So we'll look at about 2 or 3 situations where this has taken place. Then we'll understand why do people sing benedictions for the Lord. In Srirangam, when Srirangam was under the attack of Malik Kafur and Ulugh Khan, the Acharyas there were so determined to protect the Divya Mangala Vigraham of the Lord, which is the Vigraha of the Lord, right? Why can he not protect himself? Does he need a human being to protect himself? Of course, he's capable of protecting himself, but in Archa Rupam, Archa here means that while he has taken the form of that Vigraha in the temples, he becomes Archata Paradhina. He makes himself to be taken care of out of his own compassion. He lets himself to be under the control of the Bhagavatas, and that's only because of his compassion. And our acharyas say that all of this was instrumented by him. It was all orchestrated by him, the whole attack in Srirangam, because he had an ulterior motive of meeting Nammalvar near Kerala Desham, and he was really missing Nammalvar, and he wanted to arrange for a meeting between Nammalvar and himself, and that's why he orchestrated such a big drama. So we never understand what are his plans, but we think that we have to protect him. Similarly, when Periyalvar won the debate in Pandya King's court, he knew the story of Perumal, and we all know the story of Perumal and Thayar come on Garuda Vahanam to witness their child, which is Periyalvar, being taken on a procession of victory. But the minute Periyalvar spotted Perumal and Thayar sitting on Garuda Vahanam, what happened to him? His Vatsalya Bhava came out. He immediately starts singing benedictions for Perumal, saying nobody should actually cast an evil eye on you. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. Your Panchajanya is so beautiful. Um, your chakra is so beautiful. You're so beautiful. The Mahalakshmi in your Vakshasthala is so beautiful. And he starts singing Tirupallandi, saying nothing should come as a evil eye on you. Similarly, his daughter Andal in Tirupavai sings Andru ivvulagam அளந்தாய் அடி போற்றி சென்றங்கு தென்னிலங்கை செற்றாய் திரள் போற்றி. So she starts singing potri, 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 which are again benedictions for his feet, the feet that walked up until Lanka, the feet that actually measured the 3 worlds. So all of them get into a mode of Vatsalya Bhava. Their heightened level of bhakti makes them start thinking that I have to protect the Lord. Similarly, we also have reached the 19th Pasuram of Pillaiandadi, and by now our Acharya Bhakti would have ripened. And now, when we look at Swami Desikan's Tirumeni, if we go to Tupul and we look at Swami Desikan's Tirumeni over there, the immediate thought in our mind, with all of this devotion that we've carried forward through the 18 Pasurams, will immediately get us to think about, oh, let us sing a protective verse and benediction for Swami Desikan's beautiful Tirumeni over there. So such is the nature of this 19th Pasuram, where we are singing that each part of Swami Desikan's Archa Tirumeni should hail and should be protected. So now we understand why do we sing benedictions for the Lord or for the Acharyas. Now, why has Kumara Varadacharya listed down every aspect of Swami Desikan's Archa Tirumeni over there? He has told, hail he has sung benedictions for the Tirunamam. He has sung benedictions for the Vyakhya Mudrai. He has sung benedictions for the punul that he is wearing. Why has he done all of this? There is a very deep purpose why our acharyas actually sing the Archa Tirumeni of the Lord or of that of our acharyas, right? Now, if we look at the first verse over here, it starts with Tondar Uhakkum Tunai Adivali. He's starting with the holy feet of Swami Desikan, because he himself shows in Tirumala, right? In Tirumala, as Srinivasa, when he stands, we have darshan of Srinivasa Perumal over there. He shows his hand which is pointing towards his feet. And what is his other hand doing? His other hand is on his hip. Our acharyas enjoy saying, when your entire samsaric problems come to the extent of your hip, that is, it becomes unbearable for you. When we are stuck in floods, we wouldn't be concerned if the water rises up until our calf muscles. If it goes a little higher up until our knee, we might be a little worried. But if it comes until our hip level, we'll be extremely worried, right? So similarly, if the samsaric problems in this material world, when it comes up to the level of your hip, don't worry, come and take surrender at my feet. We all do Sharanagati at the feet of Perumal. We don't do Sharanagati to his eyes, to his face, to his shoulders. We don't do Sharanagati in all of these different avayavams of the Perumal, but we do at his feet. Similarly, Dvayam says, Sriman Narayana Charanau Sharanam Prapatye. Charanau. So to his holy feet, we do Sharanam over there. Even Nammalvar, when he's singing, when he does Sharanagati to the Perumal in Tirumala, he says, Agalagillen Iraimendri. In that Pasuram, he says, Puhalondrilla Adien Un Adikir Amarndu Puhundene. Adi over here again means feet. I take refuge even beneath your feet, who are the acharyas, right? So Swami Desikan has also done Bhagavad Dhyana Sopanam Stotra, where he describes Lord Ranganatha Padadi Kesham, right from his feet until his Tirumudi, Tiruvadi to Tirumudi. He has explained it. So beautifully he describes Ranganatha Perumal. Similarly, Tiruppan Alvar also describes Lord Ranganatha's Archa Tirumeni and Amalanadi Piran. Why are our acharyas always doing this? Alvars and acharyas are constantly describing the beauty of the Archa Tirumeni of the Lord. Why are they doing it? Because we should be blessed with the opportunity to meditate on this Archa Tirumeni. There is a very common saying in English, what you think, you become. Today, in this world of manifestation, right? Every YouTuber you talk about, they're like, there is the power of manifestation. Whatever you think, the universe will respond. Similarly, whatever we meditate on, that will become our quality. Imagine if we were to meditate on the beautiful feet of the Lord, the beautiful Tiruvadi to Mudi of the Lord, then our thoughts also will be so heightened. Our thoughts will be completely filtered of all the negative influence of this Trigunatmaka Prakriti, and we will only be able to be in Shuddha Sattva Bhava, where we can just constantly think about his beauty, we can think about his wonderful Kalyana Guna Ghanau, right? All his Kalyana Gunas, we can keep meditating on that. And how beautiful will our day be when we have such a heightened level of thinking. So we always have the saying that your thoughts decide your future. So what controls our thoughts? When we are able to meditate on something, the free flow of our thoughts comes under control. And if we were to meditate on the Lord or on our Acharya's Tirumeni, it's even more better. They have the power to eliminate all the undesirable thoughts in our mind, clean up this heart, and only leave the residue of only bhakti, 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 and nothing else. So it's so important for us to meditate on Swami Desikan's entire Tirumeni. And we have seen that just the meditation of Swami Desikan's Tirumeni can bring only good, and it can bring Shreyas. In Ramanuja Nutrandadi, Thiruvarangathamudanar says that if you just take the name of Ramanuja, all the good in all these two worlds of Leela Vibhuti and Nitya Vibhuti will come running to us. So similar is the nature of Swami Desikan. If we meditate on his Divya Mangala Vigraha, then only all the good will come to us. And for a second, let me share my screen and let's look at how beautiful is it to meditate on this Tirumeni of his. So here on the screen, I hope you're able to see this slide is filled with Swami Desikan's Vigraham, and this is from Tupul. Here we see his wonderful smile. There is a saying in Tamil which says that Ahattin Aragu Mugattil Theriyum. Whatever you have in your heart, if that is very beautiful, that will be reflected on your face. And look at the wonderful smile of Swami Desikan over here, and look at his eyes that are beaming with knowledge. Look at the wonderful Urdhva Pundram that he is adorning over there. Look at the beautiful Vyakhya Mudra that he has. Look at the very gesture of him holding the scriptures, the palm leaves in his hand. Look at that fleeting smile on his face. If we were to meditate on all of this, our mind is going to be rejoiced, and we get all the focus and the attention for us to do whatever our duties are in this material world. So, on that note, now that we have understood, why do we sing benedictions for the Lord? Why do we sing benedictions for our acharyas? Why should we meditate? Why should we attempt to meditate on the Tirumeni of our acharya? We will try to understand the meaning of this wonderful Pasuram, which is also a Satramurai Pasuram. தொண்டர் உகக்கும் துணையடி வாழி நின் தூமுறுவல் கொண்ட முகம் வாழி வாழி வியாக்கியா முத்திரை கை வண் திருநாமமும் வாழி மணிவட முப்புரி நூல் கொண்ட சீர் தூப்புல் குலமணியே வாழி நின் வடிவே. So, as we already saw, this Pasuram starts by singing benedictions for Swami Desikan's feet, right? So, it starts with Tondar Uhakkum Tunai Adi Vari. Vari here, every word Vari just means hail. May you have all the great things for you, and singing all the benedictions for Swami Desikan. Tondar means we bhaktas. Uhakkum, we worship his feet. What do we worship? His feet. Tunai Adi. Adi over here means his feet. Tunai means the feet that is worshipped by the devotees. Vari, benedictions to the pair of feet that is adorned and that is adored and worshipped by the devotees, right? Tondar Uhakkum Tunayadi Vari Nin Tumuruval Konda Muham Vari. So benedictions to your divine face that sports a gentle smile that is so beautiful, right? Vari Vyakya Muttirai Kai. Benedictions to your hand that supports the Jnana Mudra, symbol of granting knowledge. Now, for us to understand what does this symbol also mean, we have to go back to Desikar only. He only has to tell us what is the meaning of this. So, in when Swami Desikan composed Yatiraja Saptati, there he talks about Ramanujar having this particular Vyakhya Mudra, the Jnana Mudra, and he says, what is that this Jnana Mudra is trying to tell us is, imagine there is a pond, and if there is a diamond ring over there, if someone were to take that diamond ring, will we go and pick it up like this with all our fingers, or we would very carefully kind of pick it up with these two fingers? This is what we would do. So similarly, our acharyas, what they do is, there is the vast ocean of Vedas and Upanishads, and they have very cleverly and very carefully picked the Saratamam of everything. Saratamam means the best of the best, Saramsha of everything, and they have picked only what is required for us and given it to us, so that just at the end of this birth, we are able to go back to our home being Vaikunta. Otherwise, imagine if we were to study the Vedas ourselves, try to understand what is the destination for this Jivatma, what is the means. We don't have a GPS that will tell us, here is your destination, Vaikunta, and this is the means for us to go. Unfortunately, we don't have all of this, but Swami Desikan has very clearly picked up, and he's given us all of this through his works and shown us that Sharanagati is our upaya, and Perumal is our Upeya. And in doing that, he himself becomes the Upaya and the Upeya for us, right? That is one meaning for this particular symbol of Jnana Mudra. Now, there is also another very interesting meaning that our acharyas say. They say that when a painter is painting something, these two are the fingers that he would mainly use, right? So, Swami Desikan is writing in our heart the symbol of knowledge. He's giving us knowledge and he's painting that in our hearts so that this knowledge leads to Jnanam, leads to bhakti. And we are at a state where we are trying to enhance our Acharya Bhakti, and only Swami Desikan can give us that, right? So he is sporting that Jnana Mudra to show us that you need to have the Jnanam and the Bhakti for you to sail forward in this journey. And another very beautiful interpretation is this index finger is the Jivatma and this thumb finger is the Paramatma. And our attempt should always be for the Jivatma to work towards attaining the feet of the Paramatma. And that is what is moksha for us, right? So this is what Swami Desikan is adorning in his hand. And we are singing benedictions for that because it gives us so much understanding of what we have to do with this wonderful birth that we have got. And we have the brilliant opportunity of being a Sri Vaishnava in this birth. And what more can we ask for? And every time we look at the Jnana Mudra of Swami Desikan, we should only be filled with gratitude for him because through all of his works, he is showing us the right path and the way to lead our life here. So we have covered 3 benedictions so far. Tondar uhakkum tunayadi vaari. So that's a benediction for his wonderful pair of feet. Nin muruval konda muham vaari. That is a benediction for his wonderful smile that he adorns on his face. The third benediction is Vari Vyakya Muttirai Kai for the Jnana Mudra symbol and he's holding in his hand. Next, Van Tirunamam Vari. Benedictions to the beautiful Urdhva Pundra, symbol of the feet of the Lord adorned on the forehead. So the white Tiruman that we are wearing is nothing but the feet of the Lord, and the Sri Churnam that we wear in the center is Pirati herself. It represents Tayar. So when we have this adorned on our forehead, then what other inflictions can come our way? This is capable. Our acharyas say that if you see someone wearing or adorning an urdhva pundra, we have to immediately fall at their feet. Such is the glory of someone who's adorning an urdhva pundra. And what if they're just faking it, right? Someone who's just faking it by wearing an urdhva pundra to say that I'm a Vaishnava. Our acharyas have said that let them fake it until they make it. The Urdhva Pundra is so powerful that it can change your mind. It can change the way how you think and will definitely take us to a heightened level. There is a little aitihya in Kuratarvar's life history where there was this particular gramam where there was a village where one particular person was extremely lazy and he wouldn't make the effort to even get up in the morning and have a pratha kala snanam. He will not even have a bath in the morning, and he has never thought about even adorning an urdhva pundram, right? Whereas one particular day he suddenly had taken bath by 6 o'clock in the morning and he had adorned a wonderful Urdhva Pundra. And when the acharyas who were on the street where he lives asked him what happened, how can you suddenly change like this? He said, because I saw Kura Tarvan. Such was the glory of Kura Tarvan that just by the sight of Kura Tarvan, our mind will be completely converted into the best form of a Jivatma Swarupam, and we'll understand what is the right thing for us to do. So such is the greatness of Kuratarvan. So one Tirunamamum Vari, so benedictions for the Urdhva Pundra symbol that Swami Desikan has adorned on his forehead. மணிவட முப்புரி நூல் கொண்ட சீர் தூப்புல் குலமணியே. O gem of the Tupul community, you sport the strings of tulasi beads and lotus beads and adorn the Yagnyopavitam, the punul that he is wearing around across his chest. We are singing benedictions for it because it looks so beautiful on his Tirumeni, right? So we are singing benedictions for the string of tulasi beads that he's wearing, the lotus beads that he's adorning around his neck, and the Yagnyopavitam that he is wearing across his chest. Vari Ninvadive. Finally, we are saying benedictions to such a divine form of yours. Your entire Divya Mangala Vigraha is so beautiful, and let no one cast an evil eye on you. And when we are singing the Vari Tirunamam of Swami Desikan during Satumurai, we also say that he should live another 100 years. Forever, he should be dwelling in our hearts, and let him live for another 100 years, is what we say every day in our Satumurai, right? So, the summary of this Pasuram is, O Swami Desika, being ever well established in the knowledge of the self, you are resplendent, sporting the strings of tulasi beads and lotus beads and adorning that holy Yagnyopavitam. Your feet pair, the pair of feet that you have, are ever worshipped with joy by your devotees. Out of compassion, being pleased with their devotion, you sport such a gentle smile on your auspicious face. Your hand sports the symbol of granting knowledge, Jnana Mudra, by which the devotees are enshrined with the holy knowledge of Vedanta and live blissful and uplifted lives, because this knowledge gives us protection. It removes the anxiety and the fear that we have in our mind, and we know we have Swami Desikan as our ultimate protector. Your beautiful hands, your graceful feet, your auspicious face, sporting the splendorous Urdhva Pundram over there, symbol on the forehead that is representing the feet of the Lord. May this form of yours, your Divya Mangala Vigraham, be ever enshrined in our hearts, never ever leaving it, even for a moment, thus bringing us never ending joy. This is such a beautiful Pasuram that we all have to by heart and sing it every single day. And this by itself will bring a smile on our face and remove any kind of anxiety that we have. The more we meditate on Swami Desikan's Divya Mangala Vigraham, we are sure to have more controlled thoughts, more blissful moments in our life. So the Pallandi have been accorded to the auspicious feet, hand, Tirunamam, symbol on the forehead, all the ornaments, and the entire form of Swami Desikan, whose very presence in the heart of us, of any Jivatma, will keep us blissful despite the nature of this material world. Prayers to Swami Desikan to give us this opportunity to meditate on his wonderful Divya Tirumeni, and for us to stay blissful over here. Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha, Srimate Nigamanta Mahadeshikaya Namaha. Dhanyostu.